Okay, so this is going to be one of my favorite videos because this is kind of how I've done basically almost over 3 million of my sales is through Discord groups like Flip Flip and GFNF and leads lists. Leads lists that I've bought, leads lists that my friends' companies have made. But this is how I've found most of my items. I've never really got into. I do manual source and reverse source, obviously, but I've always liked to just buy bolos and stuff from leads lists. Granted, there's definitely going to be way more competition, way more price tanking, but it's just how I've always done things. So this video, I'm just going to go a little bit of an overview of like Discord groups slash like bolo Discord groups and the difference between those and leads lists and how important they are in someone's Amazon FBA business. So first off, what are bolo Discord groups? First off, bolo stands for be on the lookout, or just be on lookout. So these are Discord groups that either like post price errors or like just low key flips, like collectibles or sports cards, or even just like normal items that just like come up from influencers. Like for example, like the Prime drinks that have been reselling the last couple months, or when something just pops off on TikTok, like TikTok bags or the Flipper Zero, if you know what those are. So they're not usually 100% Amazon focused groups. They just post profitable flips. Whether you sell it on Facebook, eBay, Amazon, they're just post profitable flips. Usually these groups are more of like a community. You could ask questions, open tickets. They have different offerings from like you could learn about stocks, crypto, ticket reselling. It's a little bit more general, these types of groups. But it's a great place to get yourself in a community, start meeting like-minded people like I've been talking about in the previous part of this course. It's so crucial to get in a community or just start making friends and start chopping it up with people. I really recommend getting yourself in a Discord group and a leads list off the rip. I'm going to recommend a few Discord groups at the end of this video, so stay tuned. But that's basically it for Discord groups. And yeah, the benefits, high volume of items. So like, for example, those Lulu bags, I've done videos before. They were selling 50, 60, 70,000 times a month, just the black colorway, if not way more. So even if there's 300 people on the listing, still a lot of people could sell some of these bolos just because the demand far outweighs the supply. So in my opinion, I like them. Again, community, great to go to for community, just to meet like-minded people, ask people questions, save yourself time on just the learning process, because learning Amazon could take a year or it could take a month, depending on the content you watch and the people you follow. And again, Discord groups ideal for beginners for sure. Up next, drawbacks. Dilution on some items due to some groups have 1,000, 2,000 members in there. So sometimes leads get posted and they either sell out really quickly, or they don't sell out and too many people buy them and not enough people want to buy them off Amazon. And then again, I go back to this. Discord groups are great, but granted, they are not as good as manual sourcing on a website with like a one-day sale. Just because the items you find on there are going to have way less competition compared to an item you buy in a Discord that has 1,000 people in it, and there's 700 people looking at that same lead that you looked at. But with that being said, still totally worth it to join a Discord group for sure. Up next, what's a leads list? So a leads list is basically a service that you pay usually $100 to $500 a month, depending on sometimes more. I have a friend that charges like $1,500 a month for a leads list, but it's very good. He sends like 600 leads a month. So the pricing does vary, and the leads list is basically just however the provider does it. They either send you a list of Amazon FBA leads, either daily or weekly, and they have a set criteria, a set ROI, and a set profit margin number that a set dollar profit that you'll get per item. I mean, per lead. Again, like anything else, some services are way better than others, and some are like literally just a scam. But leads lists are really good for beginners also. Not necessarily to buy the leads off the leads list, but just to look at the leads on the leads list and either reverse source off of them or just get an idea of what types of brands and products and categories that sell well. Generally, leads lists are kind of only for online arbitrage, just because retail arbitrage, it's a little bit harder to like find consistent stuff in store across the country. It's generally easier to find like leads for people and just in general online compared to in store, because in store every store is different. So I definitely recommend leads lists for beginners for sure, no question. Like I said, not necessarily to be buying the leads, but to just get a rough idea of like, okay, these products are popping up a lot. They're posting like a lot of shoes, a lot of vitamins, a lot of toys. Like maybe I should look into those categories. So that's a good idea. Benefits of leads lists. A little bit less saturation, because usually if you're paying for like a little bit higher tier service, like $200, $300, $500 a month, sometimes they limit it to the number of sellers that get to see those leads. So a little bit less saturation than Discord groups. It is service based, so you could talk to them and like refine your criteria, let them know like what you like, what you don't like. With Discord groups, it's kind of you get what you get. And again, great for beginners. I think any beginner should get in a Discord group and or a leads list, no question. It will really just propel your learning curve. But I think that's it for, drawbacks of leads lists. Not as effective as manual sourcing for sure. And some leads lists that are expensive. You're paying $500 a month for a leads list. You could just get a virtual assistant that's working only for your business full time. And they could probably help you with more than just leads only. But definitely for beginners, highly recommend both. That's it. Both are great for beginners. Choose based on your needs. Consider manual sourcing for long term. And now I just want to go over WAP, a unbelievable marketplace for communities, from reselling to trading, to sports picks to e-commerce, life hacks, business. But these are my top 3 Discord groups for learning how to sell on Amazon and just to get in like a reseller community. So this is my number 1 group to join. It's Flip. I actually have been working with them for like 5 years. I help with various things from credit to Amazon to crypto to NFTs. So I do a bunch in here. One of the best groups, and I'm not just saying that because I've worked for them for so long, one of the best groups, earliest info, best providers. A lot of groups kind of just copy what we paste in this, in like our Discord, and like leak our info. And that's been confirmed over a couple years, but that's besides the point. Really recommend Flip. DM me. I could get you past the wait list if you want to join Flip. Really, really good for everything. Amazon, eBay, crypto, stocks, real estate. You can't not make money in this group. Up next, this is a Amazon-only Discord group. Really, really solid info. Really solid documentation and recorded Zoom calls in here. Basically, everything you need to know about Amazon you could find in this group. Super underrated, and they have some really good like bots that they have for their members, like stock checker bots and like price checker bots. Highly recommend this group. Really, 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 really cool people in there. And last but not least, the FBA roadmap. I recommend you just joining their free Discord off the bat. Then you could buy this once you're really serious. But this is made by Fields of Profit and Flips for Miles, 2 of like the bigger online arbitrage, like influencers in the space. They just have a lot of content on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And this is a really good community to get into, as well as just like course to buy in to learn from. But yeah, that's it for this portion of the video. I hope you got some value out of it. And yeah, on to the next. Peace.